Well, if you're thinking about retirement but aren't sure where to go, then this video is for you. We're going to discuss why Las Vegas might be the best place for your golden years. Whether you're looking for affordability or a luxury active lifestyle, Las Vegas checks all the boxes. Now, if you're new here, my name's Micah Bleacher, and I've lived in Las Vegas for 22 years, and I'm a licensed realtor. I love living in Las Vegas, and I make videos about what it's like living in this rich and vibrant city. So let's go ahead and jump into this video with both feet. Like my grandbabies say, let's do it. Number one on our list is affordable cost of living. So all of the studies that I read say that Las Vegas is slightly above average in cost of living compared to the rest of the entire country. But we are way less expensive than, say, the West Coast, California, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, all the way up through Oregon, all the way up through Washington, all that West Coast. We are so much less expensive than those West Coast cities. We are less expensive than Chicago, a lot of the big Midwest cities. We are less expensive than the East Coast cities. So when we talk about affordability, it really comes down to relative affordability. I realize that affordability is on the minds of everyone today, and that is a big question. So it comes down to relative affordability, and Las Vegas is relatively affordable compared to the big cities that I just mentioned. Now, fact of the matter is, many people are moving here from California. In fact, since 2020, they say 158,000 people have moved here. Many of them have come here to retire. Many people have second homes here. Many people are purchasing second homes even today. I've sold second homes for people that were downsizing, and I've helped people purchase new homes. Even right now, I'm working with some friends from Alaska to purchase a second home. Now, even though we're slightly above average in terms of cost of living compared to the rest of the country, we are way above average in terms of what's available here. All of the activities, all of the amenities that Las Vegas offers. We are the entertainment capital of the world, and the eyes of the world are on Las Vegas. Now, here's a few key examples of affordability. Groceries are not taxed. Utilities and housing costs, okay, they're a little above average, but they're still manageable and affordable for most retirees on a fixed income. Now, the median home prices, they're still below all of those East Coast cities, and they're only just slightly above average when compared to the rest of the country. Las Vegas is really a place where you can stretch out your retirement dollars. In fact, there's so many great Las Vegas deals around for seniors. One of my favorites is offered by UNLV. You can actually have free tuition at UNLV for many of the classes for the spring and the fall semesters if you're 62 and older. Go check out UNLV's website. Now, in the summer, they offer a 50% discount to seniors for their classes. So that's just one of the many great deals for seniors here in Las Vegas. It's a very affordable place to retire. Well, number two, Las Vegas has this incredible, rich, cultural entertainment experience that is bar none. Now, I know a lot of people turn their nose up when you say culture and Las Vegas in the same sentence, but you guys need to hear me out. We have a lot of amazing things going on. In fact, there are people that live in Las Vegas from all over the world. It's one of the most diverse cities I've ever lived in. When we had a retail insurance office some years back, it felt like the United Nations in our office some days. We had people in the door from all over the place speaking different languages. It was great. Now, clearly the Strip has everything you can imagine, from entertainment, from small groups to the mega stars to Cirque du Soleil shows to crazy burlesque shows. Just about everything you can imagine is on the Strip. A lot of the old entertainers come down here and put on as long a residencies as they can because, an old entertainer doesn't like to travel that much anymore. It's great to come down here and set up a residency. Now, of course, our newest attraction is the Sphere, and that is just something that has to be experienced. I recently saw the Eagles there. Wow, it was just like being inside of a music video where the performers are live. I have never experienced anything like that in my entire life. Now, beyond the Strip, Las Vegas offers a thriving cultural scene. In fact, we're standing here in the Smith Center area, and That is called the Smith Center for Performing Arts, right? We have a Philharmonic Orchestra, we have a ballet, we've got Broadway-style shows, all kinds of the highbrow culture and entertainment that you can imagine. At the same time, we have very interesting entertainers over at the Smith Center, like Buddy Guy the Bluesman. I once got front row Southern tickets and saw him right over here at the Smith Center, and it was one of the best shows I've ever seen. I had to get him from a scalper in New Jersey, but that's for another story. Now there's concerts and theaters and all kinds of things. Concerts in the street, concert venues all over town. There's Fremont Street, just a few blocks up that way, and everything that it offers, it can be pretty crazy. There's buskers on the street, but it's definitely something that you're going to want to experience at least one time. Now, a few blocks to the north of us is the Arts District, where there's all kinds of art galleries featuring various artists from afar and local artists. There's all kinds of museums and different galleries and interesting coffee shops and places that you can go hang out. In fact, there's even a First Friday every month celebration right down here in the Artist District, where there's bands and food vendors and food trucks and booths where you can buy things and artists making pictures and doing things. It's really fun. You want to check out First Friday when you get down here. Now, I said we have a lot of museums. We've got the Neon Museum. We've got the Children's Museum right over my shoulder. We've got the Mob Museum not far from here, and the Zach Baggins Haunted Horror Museum. I don't know if that's a real museum, but it actually exists. And then I just read that there is funding starting in 2028 for the Las Vegas Museum of Art. And that's supposed to be a full-on art museum. And so we are very proud of that. Now, if that's not enough culture for you, you can just drive a few minutes up Charleston Boulevard into Red Rock National Conservation Area, walk for a few minutes, and look on a rock wall, and you can see petroglyphs that were painted by indigenous peoples 3,000 years ago. I'm talking about artwork, original artwork from 3,000 years ago. That's from before the time of Jesus, before the time of the historical Buddha. That was a long time ago. That's culture. That is right outside your door here in Las Vegas. Now, when I moved here, we were not considered a sports town, but right now, we are one of the sports meccas in the world. I mean, we have the WNBA ladies basketball champions. We have the Stanley Cup champions, Las Vegas Golden Knights here. We've got the new Las Vegas Raiders. Come on, win maybe. We've got the Oakland A's moving here. We just knocked down the Tropicana. We're going to put up a brand new stadium that to me looks like the Sydney Opera House, and that's where the A's are going to play. I've heard rumors the NBA is coming, and they're building multiple arenas to be able to house an NBA team. Of course, we have soccer, and we've always had world champion boxing matches held here. We still do. I've got boxers as clients. We're home of the UFC. We've got an esports facility over at the Luxor. I don't really know about that. They somehow do sports on video games. Apparently they make a lot of money if they're good at it. And of course we've got NASCAR and the F1. F1's a little controversial, but they actually have the F1 driving all around this city every year now for a few more years. So we are a sports mecca. Now, on top of the entertainment and the sports, our food scene is completely off the chart. Of course, you can imagine we've got 5-star restaurants all over the Strip. Some of the best restaurants you can imagine. Every famous restaurateur wants to be here with a place. So, of course, it's fantastic on the Strip. But let's talk about restaurants off the Strip. What happens is a lot of these guys, they get tired of working in the corporate environment, and instead of working on the Strip, they open up a little place in a strip mall. You can barely go one block without seeing a 5-star restaurant. Somebody used to work one of the hotels here as a head chef, and they made their own little place. It's the most fun thing to find these incredible little 5-star gems all around town, and you're going to get to be able to do that as a resident of Las Vegas. It is an incredible place to live. As I mentioned, when entertainers get old, they like to come to Las Vegas and set up a residency. They know that all their fans and friends are going to end up coming to them and see them here, because everybody eventually comes to Las Vegas, or near everybody, and that's kind of how it works when you live here. Well, we've lived in Las Vegas for more than 22 years, and that's exactly how it works. We usually get a call. Hey, Micah, I'm in town at a conference. Come meet me on the Strip. Kids come, family come, friends come. It's exactly how it works, just like a Las Vegas residency for entertainers. Your people come to you. Number 3, a favorable tax environment. Well, Las Vegas and Nevada is known for not having any state income tax, and that makes us one of the most tax favorable states in the entire country. Now, are we the most tax favorable state? No, there are other states that have, better tax situations than we have. We're just one of the best. I think we're in the top 10. We might be number 8, something like that. Bottom line is, those states that have better tax situations, I really don't want to live there. It's either too cold, not interesting enough, or, it doesn't have everything that Las Vegas has that I've come to love. Now, Florida's always been a great alternative to Las Vegas. We've had people move there. They like the tax environment in Florida, but the difficulties that they've been having, between the insurance costs going up, the skyrocketing homeowners association fees, and that was before they had these 2 hurricanes. So I'm not sure Florida is going to be as good an alternative as it has been over the years. I'm really making a lot of wishes and thinking about those folks that have been messed up by the hurricane. Now, in a recent Review Journal article I was reading, they were talking about all the tech billionaires that are moving here to Las Vegas. They were talking to them about their reasons why, and they love the accessibility to politicians and local leaders, but the most important reason that they mentioned was because Nevada and Las Vegas is pro-business, and really that's why so many of these businesses are moving here. They're moving out of California, they're moving into Las Vegas, and they're setting up shop. They don't have to be a huge business to make a big difference here to the economy in Las Vegas. So billionaires, businessmen, sports teams, Hollywood, retirees, people are moving here for a reason. In fact, I recently read that the number 1 demographic growing 3 times faster than any other is the 65 and older. So come on, retirees, this is a great place to think about downsizing and retiring to. Now, the special interest to retirees, no state income tax, very low property taxes compared to California, the East Coast, Chicago. Really, most places I've ever lived, Las Vegas has lower property taxes. There's no tax on your Social Security benefits, of course, and no tax on groceries. So Las Vegas is one of the most tax favorable cities to live in my opinion, in a lot of people's opinion, and I think it's a great place to think about moving to. Number 4, Las Vegas has an incredible climate and beautiful scenery. I know that's a little counterintuitive to some folks that just know of Las Vegas by the Strip or think of us as a rocky arid desert, and that's true in parts, but when you're in the desert, you learn to see beauty in a completely different way. The Mojave Desert's beauty lies in its muted earth tones, expansive skies, and colorful mountains and rock formations in all directions. Mountains are 360 degrees all around the valley. Now, dramatic sunrises and sunsets define the landscape, and the colors change with the angle of the light coming in through the atmosphere. It's incredible. Desert life like Joshua trees and creosote bushes thrive in these extreme conditions, and the wildlife that lives in these harsh conditions, well, their survival is just downright inspiring. Now, Las Vegas, it's known for its good weather. In fact, we have sun, they say, 300 days a year. It is beautiful almost all the time here in Las Vegas. Now, spring and fall is our favorite times of years, and it's so nice that most of us leave the doors open. Now, summers can be hot. I'll admit that. Last summer was a pretty hot one, but the lack of humidity really makes it more manageable. I remember living in Houston for about 10 years, and the hottest day in the summer here is nothing like the humidity that I experienced down in Houston. They've got tons of bugs. We have hardly any up here. It is much easier to manage without all of that humidity. Now, the evenings, they cool down, and the winters are very mild with little or no snow. In fact, when it does snow, we're all excited and have fun, and outdoor activities are available to do all year round. Las Vegas is a great place for scenery and great climate conditions. Now in Las Vegas, we have an abundance of outdoor activities. Now everyone knows about our gambling and all the entertainment and all the crazy stuff that goes on down on the Strip, but a lot of people don't know about the richness of all the outdoor activities all around the Las Vegas Valley. Now, Las Vegas offers a wide range of activities from A to Z all around, from extreme to mild. In fact, I'm standing here in Rainbow Park. It's one of my favorite parks right by my house. It's an older park, as you can tell, because all of the trees are very mature and grown in. It's very green and lush in Rainbow Park. Now, Las Vegas has a lot of parks. In fact, Las Vegas itself has 361 parks. Clark County has 200 parks. Summerlin has 300 parks. Henderson has 73 parks, and North Las Vegas has 70 parks. There are parks everywhere. In fact, during COVID, we tried to walk around all the parks. Everything was shut down, so we tried walking around all the parks in Las Vegas. We didn't even come close. There are so many parks, it would have taken us years to walk through them all. In fact, there's tons of hiking and biking trails all around Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas, Clark County. In fact, in Clark County, there are over 1,000 miles. That's right, over 1,000 miles of walking and biking and hiking trails. And you can find out about all of those on an app that Clark County has called Me On to Nature. You can go right on their website and download it, and it has the maps to all of these trails. Now, of course, we've got world-class golfing. Las Vegas has always been known for its incredible golf courses. We have some of the finest golf courses in the country here. It's like golf heaven if you're a golfer. Now, for more extreme hiking, we've got Red Rocks. Even though some of those are wheelchair accessible, they've got some very extreme hikes that go out and back for 7 hours. They've got incredible rock climbing activities and rock formations to climb on over at Red Rocks. There's Mount Charleston, which is a ski area, snowboarding area in the wintertime, and in the summer it's a great place to hike and have picnics. It's about 20 or 25 degrees cooler up in Mount Charleston than it is here in Las Vegas in the middle of the summer, so that is really something to think about for a picnic place. Now there's camping and all kinds of national parks all around town. They're very easy access. There's boating, fishing, all kinds of water sports at Lake Mead and Lake Las Vegas. You can have an RV and desert toys. I have friends that take their desert toys out into the desert and do all kinds of dune riding and crazy things out there with their desert toys. Equestrian activities are all around Las Vegas. Lone Mountain has an equestrian park. There are horse properties all around Lone Mountain, all around the South Point, on the other side of town. In fact, all over town there are pockets of properties that are zoned for horses, if that's what you're into. In fact, there's even equestrian property just like half a mile off the Strip. It's interesting. You like race cars? There's a country club where you can drive a race car up in Pahrump. In fact, I have a friend that drives race cars just for fun. There's places to shoot guns, jump out of airplanes, all kinds of extreme sports, if that's what you're into. I'm more into a little bit more calm stuff these days. We like gardening and lots of garden stores. We have a big garden in our backyard, but even if you have a small backyard in a little townhouse or small patio home somewhere, you can set up pots and get them all irrigated and do plenty of gardening in your own backyard, even if you're on a very small footprint. Now, for those that aren't really into all the heavy physical activities, well, there's lots of great walking parks, just like the one we have here. I have a client, she wanted to get into a hiking group, and she met one that's about 80% social and 20% walking, and that is the perfect ratio for her. She really wanted to do more social than physical, and that's available here too. I highly recommend getting a lifetime pass for the national parks. It's only $80 if you're 62 and older, and it allows you in free. You can go up to Red Rocks. You have to set a reservation. You have to make reservations everywhere since COVID. You go up there, you make a reservation, you get in free with your lifetime national park pass, and it's a great way to spend day trips going to the national parks around Las Vegas. So many outdoor activities, you will be surprised. Now, number 6, Las Vegas is a great location and it's easily accessible from just about anywhere. Now, it's just a short drive to the beaches in California, super quick drive to Utah, or even to Phoenix is a quick drive. So you've got all of those 3 destinations within day trips. Now, pro tip, if you're leaving town to California, make sure you time your trip opposite of the flow of traffic in and out of town, or you're going to be stuck in that big, long traffic flow. That's pro tip from living here for 22 years. Now, we have easy access to outdoor recreation and places like Lake Mead, Lake Las Vegas, Mount Charleston, Red Rock Canyon, Zion, Valley of Fire, and other great day trips all around the great city of Las Vegas. Now, our beautiful and clean and efficient airport is going to make it very easy to get in and out of town. As a matter of fact, most trips, I'm home in 1 hour after my wheels touch down on the runway. It is so easy to get in and out of our airport. We feel blessed. Now, we complain about our traffic, but it's very easy to get around. It's one of the least congested cities I've ever lived in. Now, of course, when there's construction, it's difficult. When they're setting up for the F1, it's difficult. That happens. You do run into some things here and there, but it is way better than any other big city I've ever lived on. As a matter of fact, you can get across town on surface streets. I prove this to customers all the time. We'll take a highway all the way if we're searching out in the north, like 215, get way out there, and then on the way back, we'll take surface streets, and it really surprises people how quickly we can get back to where we came from without having to use one of the highways. Anyway, Las Vegas is so easy to get around, easy to get in and out of, great location, accessible easily from anywhere. Number 7, Las Vegas has warm and welcoming communities. It really does. Now, off the Strip, the suburbs of Las Vegas are known for their diverse and friendly communities. Neighbors look out for each other here. The communities, the retirement villages, 55 plus, or otherwise where people live, we have each other's backs. Nearly everyone here is from somewhere else, and we're always willing to welcome a newcomer with sincerity. One time we had a shortage of blood at the blood banks. Nearly everyone I know literally lined up at the blood banks. There were lines around the block. Problem solved. That's how this community comes together. If there's a local tragedy, and a few years ago, there was a terrible tragedy, well, this entire city rallied together, and it's something that we call Vegas Strong. I'm very proud of the people in this city, the way we come together when things are difficult. Now, the stories of helpfulness and camaraderie are not uncommon when you are a Las Vegas local. And I feel lucky to be a local. It's not like what you see in the movies. It's very different, except sometimes when it's exactly like what you see in the movies, you might run into Carrot Top at Home Depot. It can be really crazy sometimes, and that's what I love about living here in Las Vegas. Number 8, Las Vegas has diverse housing options. Now, not all of my clients want to be in a 55 and over neighborhood. A few do, but most of my clients are over 55, and a lot of them want to live elsewhere. And fortunately, we have something for nearly everyone here in Las Vegas. The alternatives and options are diverse. Let me give you a few examples. We've got single-level homes. We've got townhomes and condos in gated communities. We've got homes on the golf course. We've got homes with golf course views. We've got homes with land and water wells with water rights. Throw some solar on there and you're off the grid right here in town. That's pretty exciting, right? We've got homes with the entire lot walled around it and their own gate leading into it. We've got homes in gated communities that are guard gated. We have electronic gated communities, and we've got communities with no gates. We've got homes with mountain views and city views. We've got homes that have lush tree-lined streets that are absolutely beautiful with mature grown landscaping. We've got close-in homes in rural settings where you can keep horses, chickens, and some of those homes are just moments off the Las Vegas Strip. We have them zoned like that right here in town. There is something for everyone. We've got budget condos. We've got luxury high-rise with penthouse amenities. We've got more affordable options for those looking for maintenance-free living and homes that are easy to shut down because they travel a lot, we have ultra luxury homes with ultra high-end amenities. There are literally options for everyone here in Las Vegas. You can even buy a hotel room on the famous Las Vegas Strip, and the hotel will rent it out for you like an Airbnb. If that sounds interesting, give me a call. We can get you taken care of on that. Anyway, there is literally an option for everyone here in Las Vegas. Number 9, Las Vegas has the perfect balance of a small town feel with big city conveniences and opportunities. We have a reputation for our population being transient because sometimes people come and go from here fairly quickly. And that may have been partially true once, but really hasn't been my experience overall for the last 22 years. Now, I have made more long-term friends in Las Vegas than I have made anywhere else I've ever lived. It's hard to go out to dinner without seeing someone you know. Now, the entire state of Nevada only has 3 million people, so it's a very small state when it comes to population. Las Vegas, of course, has about 2.3 of that, so we're about 2/3 of the entire state's population is here, but that's still a very small town compared to most big cities in the country. Business leaders, politicians, entertainments, elected officials, they are all very accessible here in Las Vegas. It's not like other big cities where you've got a lot of gatekeepers. People here are accessible. Now, I've played golf one time with a couple of police officers. Roll ahead 15 years. One of them's the lieutenant governor and the other one's the governor. That's how small a town it is. I've gone out listening to music with a guy that ran for governor. He lost, but he was on the city council. He was a state senator, and we just hung out listening to blues. That's what kind of small town Las Vegas is. People are accessible. I've had martinis with Mayor Oscar Goodman. I meditate with one of the Blue Men group, and we hang out and play guitar sometimes. It's a small town. You get to know everybody. You bump into people in stores. You see famous people. You see people all over town. If you join the chamber or get involved in a charity, you'll quickly get to know the movers and shakers in Las Vegas, because that's where you'll find them. The movers and shakers here in Las Vegas, they get involved. They do things for others. They get involved with charities. It's a great way to make friends and get to know people that have been here for a long time. Now, there's a saying, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, and that's great if you're here partying and visiting, but if you live here, that's not a good thing. If we act crazy as a Las Vegas local, word's gonna get around. When we go out, we have to behave. It's not like we're here letting our hair down. This is where we live. This is our home. So what happens here stays here, but that's not a good thing if you live here. So we behave most of the time when we go out. Now, Las Vegas has a perfect mix of amenities, from big city to maintaining a smaller community-focused atmosphere in the suburbs. We've got all the conveniences, large stores, shopping, 5-star restaurants, without all the congestion and traffic that you see in the larger metropolitan areas. In the suburbs of Las Vegas, people find a relaxed pace of life. They have a great sense of community, and it's ideal for those looking for a quieter lifestyle. I know that's counterintuitive to our brand, the Strip, but out in here in the Las Vegas suburbs, things are quite different. As of right now, I can't think of any place I would rather live. My wife and I ask ourselves this with regularity. If we downsize, where would we go? We like it right here. We can't think of anywhere else that we'd rather be than right here in Las Vegas, and in my opinion, this is a great place to retire and put down roots. Now, if you're thinking about retiring to Las Vegas and you want to learn more, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Micah Bleacher, and I'm always here to help you find the perfect place to call home and help your transition to retirement be as smooth as possible. In fact, me and my friend, the former mayor of Las Vegas, Oscar Goodman, are happy to help.